Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Anyway, it is that time for your Clear Lake, California fishing report, and I'm going to throw in a little tournament recap. So, as a majority of you guys know, I fished the Lake County Chamber of Commerce tournament this weekend, and it was supposed to be a 2-day tournament, but it turned out due to weather we only fished 1 day. So if you guys haven't had a chance to go look at the results of the tournament, it was something else. There were four 30-pound bags, but don't let that get you too excited because over half the field did not even get a limit. So anyway, the way my day went is we launched from Fifth Street there, Library Park in Lakeport, and I literally just left from there, took a right. We were boat 59, so I watched to kind of see what direction all the other boats were going, and it looked like half the field was ahead of me was heading down south, and then a bunch of them were heading towards Rodman, but not many boats headed over towards the Swim Bait Alley or the Little Keys type area. And to be quite honest, that's exactly where I wanted to fish, because historically there's a lot of big fish caught up there this time of year. But the hitch was a storm came in, and the majority of us know that the big girls like to eat down south in the Rattlesnake Arm when the storms pop. So I was torn, but I figured, hey, I know a bunch of the big girls have moved up shallow, so there's a chance they'll still be up there. So I was expecting the flip bite to turn on, and I knew if they weren't up there tight, that they were probably just out there in those big flats out in front of the brush, and the swim bite might go. So that was my hope, and that's exactly what me and Vern chased. So we ended up getting a limit, but it was a measly, sad little limit for 14.5 pounds, which is great on a lot of places, but it's just sad on Clear Lake. And two of our keepers came on an underspin. One keeper came flipping, and two keepers came on swim baits, an executioner, and then Vern had like I don't know exactly what it was, but it looked like a big money minnow type deal. I need to find out exactly what that bait was, and he fished it on an underspin. So that's what our deal was when we did go down in. Oh no, I lied. One of them came on a spinner bait that we caught in Cache Creek. So that's as far south as we went down. We didn't go fish any of the water, but a lot of reports, the guys said that they just had little rallies and just put a whooping on them in like 10-15 minutes, and then it would shut down, and a lot of their partners didn't even catch a fish. So the fishing was all over the place, but there were some big bags. So anyway, back to the fishing report. So it was a fantastic week. I mean, there's been some rough weather. There's been rain hit and miss, and the water temps surprisingly have stayed pretty consistent. I mean, you guys saw my last video where 8:30 the vehicles are still iced over, but me and Greg get out there on the water 9:30, and we've got 52-degree water temps, which blew my mind, and it got up to 56 by the end of the day. So I was shocked with that. Rumsey level is, I didn't check it, but before I left, I got some video of the Bobsy gauge before you guys leave, so don't rush off this video when I check out from here. But the water level is really creeping up on 8 foot. So you guys, it's your responsibility to check the Rumsey level to know if the 5 mile or no wake zone is in effect a quarter mile offshore. So be sure to check the Rumsey level when you come up here and see if that regulation is in effect. But water clarity, we've had a Shad die off in the Oaks. You guys will see some footage of that, and there's only about a foot of water clarity in the Oaks. And out around Rattlesnake, I was finding up to 3.5, and up in the Narrows where I'm fishing Shag Rock, the Narrows around Anderson and Windflower and all that, I'm finding 3.5, 4 feet, depending on what the wind's done that day. But the big girls are moving up, so we've got some excellent weather coming next week. So I mean, Clear Lake's fixing to just be, probably the best word is magical. I truly believe it's just fixing to pop wide open and be insane. And I think every section of the lake's going to be good. Normally the north will pop before the south, but I've got a feeling that everything's kind of going to pop at the same time and go off. But this Saturday there is a BBT tournament. I don't know how many boats are in it, so there will be there will be some traffic this weekend, but Sunday I think it's going to be in the 80s, so I'm excited about that, and all next week is looking good. So anyway, water clarity, water temp, and I think did I get it all? And I talked about the baits. The underspin is still kicking butt for me. If you guys saw that last video, yes, that's all those big girls were caught on that CMF underspin. But the G-Rat Executioner has been catching me a lot of fish. I'm getting bites on the trash fish. And I haven't thrown the spinner bait a whole lot, but when I do, I get bit on it. And I've started throwing the chatterbait just because I love that bite also, and things are just starting to set up for that to get real good. And a lot of guys at the tournament reported Carolina rigging, getting them some bites. So there you go on some of the things. Oh, and of course the drop shot. You just like this, just always have a drop shot on your deck when you come up here to Clear Lake. But anyway, hopefully that helps you guys out. Don't leave just yet, even though I'm going to say this. When you get up here, remember, treat people the way you want to be treated, respect the resource, and peace out, baby. Well, the answer is yes. It's starting to not smell so good now. Crazy, it's just like so many dead shad. In the past, when this has happened, between the catfish, the birds, the raccoons, and the feral cats, they clean it up pretty fast. But this is 4 or 5 days into it, and man, oh man, oh man, there's still tons of live shad in the lake. I mean, you wouldn't think so with as many as there are dead. And this is just one key here in the Oaks. Just like every key over here on this side looks like this. It's just insane. But yesterday when I was out fishing, we went over freaking huge balls of shad that are still doing great. But anyway, there's a look at the Bobsy gauge. We're almost back up to 8. We are super close to 8. So it was supposed to be raining all day, and it did not rain. It stayed pretty nice today, so hopefully we won't get back up there on the 8-foot Rumsey, because that will put us back down to the quarter-mile offshore no wake zone that 90% of the people don't comply with anyway. But there that is. So anyway, let's get out here and look at this. Look at that water clarity. It's still brown in here. So I'm getting a lot of questions on what I think caused the shad die off. And I think it's just a combination of the abrupt temperature drop that we had. And we have lots of like volcanic areas that just bubble up 24/7. They're just these little, just tons of bubbles, like a little mini geyser rushing up. And my theory is maybe ever so often, maybe a bunch of gas or something comes through one of those and does something with the oxygen in the, I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking, or just what could cause it to be so abrupt, because the temperature drop just didn't seem bad enough that it would have just freaking caused a million freaking shad to die. But anyway, there that is. So yeah, finally settling down a little bit up here. Locked in is like off limits are 7 o'clock tonight. Got to be in your marina. But it pretty much rained all day. It wasn't supposed to. Finally slowing down a little bit here. But here we are. Of course, you guys know where this is. It's a casino resort. Good morning from the 37th annual Clear Lake Chamber of Commerce tournament. I think we've got about 89 boats last I heard, so great turnout for this event. We've got a beautiful day today. Weather looks like it's going to be challenging tomorrow, but that's tomorrow's problem, not today's. Today we've been blessed with a beautiful one. So wow, look at that. It's just got that big bass feel today, baby. Peace out. Holy smokes, that's all dead shad here in the end of the key on Bass Lane. Wow. Dang. Mother Nature. Pretty weird sometimes. Peace out.